Yeah, maybe even shorter than that.
Wonderful. Hi, I'm Carrie, and I'm Angie, and we are so excited for the Super Bowl. Actually, I don't know anything about football, but I do love books, so then you'll interrupt me and say, in honor of being the 12th man, we're going to show you our 12 favorite books, starting with Carrie. And I'll say number 1.
I need... because it needs to stick out just a tiny bit.
So we are so cool.
That is amazing. It's perfect.
Did you already press start?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? Hi, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Angie, and we are so excited for Super Bowl Sunday.
Actually, I do not know anything about football.
But that's okay.
I love books.
In honor of the 12th man this year, we are going to showcase our 12 favorite books. Carrie, why don't you go ahead?
All right, number 1 favorite, Usborne Big Book of Little Stories. This book, my 3.5-year-old absolutely loves. Here is the table of contents. Not quite sure if you can see that all right, but there are about a dozen stories here ranging from about 10 to 15 pages. Just some of your classics like Three Little Pigs, Little Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio. My little boy's favorite is Little Miss Muffet. The illustrations are really cute, and it's just simple sentences on each page, just perfect for those beginning readers who aren't quite ready to sit down and listen to a full-on chapter book or a longer children's story. But these are great for quiet time, for bedtime. We absolutely love this one. That's number 1.
So first on my list is our brand new Lift the Flap Shapes. This is a great book with lots of fun little flaps for little fingers to lift. When you open it, it does say inside what it is. So they can do it with their parents to say, oh, hey, what's this? It's a semicircle. Or they can just do it on their own. I love how it uses everyday items to showcase some of the shapes that they're seeing in their world. So you can see, you know, all these little train cars, and you can see, let's see, upside down here. Showcases the shape inside and outside, showing that it's a rectangle that they would be seeing.
Next on the list is Muddle and Match. We currently have...
Don't you mean huddle and match, Carrie?
Yes. Huddle, because this is a Seahawks theme. Anyways, Muddle and Match. We have 2 in this series currently. This one is Adventure with knights and superheroes and cowboys. The other one is Imagine that has mermaids, princesses, fairies, that kind of thing. And just a little hint, in a couple months we have a jungle one coming up. But this is such a great book. It has these flaps that you can turn, and it can be, you can match it up to the correct character, or you can muddle it and you could have a cowboy head with a knight body and maybe a cowboy bottom or a spaceship bottom, and when it lays out flat, it would all go together, and it still creates the story. Something I really love about this book is that it also has alliteration. So it says Neville the Noble Knight, and so with your child, you could say, show me where the N sound is, and that is just a great little tip to help them with that early literacy. So that is Muddle and Match.
Another one of my favorite books, which is part of a grander series of our See Inside books. This is See Inside Your Body. And as a little bit of a biology nerd, I really appreciate this one. We read this all the time. We use it before doctor's visits. We use it to encourage my child to take vitamins, eat his dinner, do whatever it is. This book has lots of flaps to lift. So you can see here it's showing the liver. Then you open it up and it shows what's in the liver and says a little bit about what the liver does. It doesn't go as in depth as our encyclopedias would, which is great for kids because it can kind of carry them through from when they're younger until they're a little bit older and able to really grasp those more intricate concepts. But in the meantime, it answers kind of some of their curious little questions.
Next up, we have I'm a Dirty Dinosaur, a really cute story with awesome rhymes. It says, I'm a dirty dinosaur with a dirty snout. I never wipe it clean. I just sniff and snuff about. So you can tell it has that fun rhyme scheme that really engages kids. That has fun, big, bold words to read together. This is partly illustrated with mud, so kids love that. You could do a little reading and art activity where you read the book and then maybe make mud pies together, do mud finger painting. At the end, of course, the dinosaur does take a bath and get clean. That is I'm a Dirty Dinosaur.
We love that one too. One of my favorite storybooks that we have is How Big is a Million? And this is about this little penguin. His name is Pipkin. We have 2 other books in this series. And he's a little penguin with big questions. And he goes out to try to figure out how big is a million. So he goes all over the Arctic looking for the answer. Finally, at the end of the book here, he goes to his mom, and his mom says, well, let's go see. We're going to see how big a million is. And then it takes you to this page here, and it actually has a huge poster that you can unfold to show how big is a million. My son loves to unfold and see this. So she uses the stars as an example. Let's show this real quick.
Okay.
Just so you can kind of get an idea. It's pretty huge.
That would be a million
That would
stars.
be a million stars. It's really awesome and really engaging for kids, and also helps to kind of visualize something otherwise sort of intangible.
All right, next is a top seller from our Usborne and More. This is Secrets of the Rainforest. This is part of the Shine a Light series. So this book is a nonfiction book teaching about different animals and aspects of the rainforest. So we have all these different animals like monkeys and frogs and birds, but the neat part about this book, we would turn off the lights and show you, but I don't think that would quite work with our video. What happens is you shine a flashlight, or I just use my cell phone, behind the picture, and what happens is it shines through. So on this page, you would actually see this hawk shining through onto the leaf. So it says, who waits in this large nest? And then you would see that mother hawk. My kids think this book is pure magic. They absolutely love it. It's just really fun and engaging, and an awesome gift to pair this with a flashlight. So that is Secrets of the Rainforest.
Such a fun book for bedtime too. This is one of our Big Book of Big books. We have several of these. This happens to be the Big Book of Big Animals. I love this one. And it's basically kind of exactly what it says it is. It's a big book of big animals. It has facts about all the animals on the pages to sort of engage some of the older kids, and it has lots of fold-out pages to show just how big some of these big animals are. And then for your younger kids, they'll enjoy even just looking at the pictures of the animals, even if you're not there to read alongside them.
All right, we have so many activity books, Wipe Clean, sticker, so many I can't even list, but sticker books are a main popular item. This is just one of them, Sticker Dressing Around the World. You have the picture of the characters. So this one is for an Indian wedding. And then you go and you find those stickers that match and you put them on. This can range seriously from anywhere, like kids age 2 to 10, I feel like love these books. My 3.5-year-old has one, sticker dressing heroes, sticker dressing warriors and knights, and it's just really good to teach, like, this is where the shirt goes, the pants, the shoes. It really helps with those little fine motor skills. That's one of our sticker books.
Love those. This is one of my favorite new ones. This is the Illustrated Classics for Children. We have tons of illustrated storybooks, and they're a collection of classic children's stories. So this one, I'll show you the table of contents here. I don't know if you can totally read that, but hopefully you can see some of it. It has The Railway Children, Wizard of Oz, Black Beauty, Canterville Ghost, Secret Garden, Around the World in 80 Days, Heidi, and Moonfleet. And they're all together, and like Carrie said with the Big Book of Little Stories, they're a really great introduction to chapter books. Although this one actually does have chapters inside each of the stories. So for example, this is chapter 1. So if at bedtime you don't have time to read the whole story of The Railway Children, then just read one chapter.
All right, last on my list is this picture puzzle book. I just got this in the mail yesterday, and we read it together like all evening, and then even my husband came home from work and was looking at it forever. So we have several books, like 1001 Things to Spot, kind of that I Spy kind of feel, or just those seek and find kind of books. This one is really fun and just visually engaging, and illustrations are just so fun to look at. So you have a picture of all similar things, like this is a picture of chameleons, and this one says, I can't find my sleeping baby. Do you know where the sleeping baby is? And so, as I did with my kids yesterday, I said, where's the baby chameleon? Which one has its eyes closed? And they look through, this one no, until they find it. And it's just really fun, and just a book that you can take somewhere where maybe you need to keep your kids quiet or busy, and it just really holds their attention. Again, just truly visually appealing as well.
That's a fun one. Okay, last on my list to talk about are probably my favorite and best sellers personally. This is the Usborne Encyclopedia Collection. They are all internet linked, which means you can go online and find more information from each one of these. This encyclopedia collection comes with the Usborne Science Encyclopedia, which again, as a science nerd, is amazing. The Encyclopedia of World History, I think my husband has read this more than anybody. And the Usborne Geography Encyclopedia. I love all three of those. In fact, I love all of the Usborne encyclopedias, but this set specifically is really awesome. Offers a lot of really great information. The pictures are all really neat. So each page has information as well as pictures. So it is an illustrated encyclopedia, which is really nice. Really great for a lot of different homeschool programs. And yeah, there's an encyclopedia that covers just about everything. So this is a really great set.
All right, our timer tells us that was 12 minutes and 5 seconds. So those are our 12 favorite books in 12 minutes. Go team go.
Yay!
Football, quarterback, blitz, punt. We love books. Beast mode.
Beast mode.
Legion of books. Russell. Lynch.
And Nelson.